It's hump day. It's a day of the week, and we're here on Cruise Control. So it doesn't matter if it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any day that ends with the week, brunch day itself, there's always going to be some breaking news. All right. The very first thing I want to talk about is Avatar over on Netflix has been picked up for 2 more seasons. Now, after those 2 more seasons, season 2 and 3, it will be done over with, but this is a way for them to wrap the whole story up. It's been doing really well the first season. Of course, they're probably very excited after the M. Night one didn't do too well years ago, and they had the rights for this, but they finally got a hit. Big hit right now. After 11 days, got 41.1 million views. So good for them.
Whoa.
More Avatar coming. Huge, Mike. So if you love this show,
in the streaming world, that's massive.
In the streaming world, man, it's insane. So that's what they're going to give us 2 and 3, get the story wrapped up, and do the best we can for this series. They're very excited about it, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool they're able to finish it. But something else they're spinning around and doing something different is Young Sheldon, because Young Sheldon's also coming to an end right now, but not without other things happening. We talked about this before, that Young Sheldon does have a spinoff. It was in development. It was trying to be sold. Well, now CBS has officially picked it up, greenlit this half-hour multi-camera dramedy, and it's got Montana Jordan, Emily Osment coming in. So it'll be coming out in 2024, 2025. And of course, it's going to center around their relationship, raising a kid, a young family in Texas, and navigating the challenges of adulthood. Spin off of this, but Young Sheldon itself is coming to an end, and coming back is Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik coming back to actually finish this up. It's going to tie the whole franchise together, coming back for one more time to end Young Sheldon and bring it into a new generation. So good for them. Spinoffs, so many spinoffs. Like
that diaper bag, that's the most prominent diaper bag I've ever seen in a promo still, I think.
What's up, Richard Tracy? Yeah, it really is very prominent, isn't it? Check that diaper bag out, Mike. It's got some great strappage going on there. But yeah, that's happening. And then also, like, talking about spinoffs and multiverse stuff and like creating new shows inside a universe. Well, you know, Timothée Chalamet came forward recently and said he's doing a Bob Dylan biopic, and he would love for Austin Butler to come in and be Elvis. Like, why not? Let's make this multiversal. You played Elvis over there, you played Elvis in mine. Let's make this shit happen. So he's trying to make that happen. They're going to start shooting this summer. I don't know if this will happen. It depends. The script depends what they're going to do. But the fact that he's even saying this right now means that maybe there's a spot to have the king of rock and roll back, and Austin Butler be the man. So we'll see. Production goes forward. This is called A Complete Unknown, and it's going to start this summer, and then they're going to, it was delayed because of the ongoing strike. So no news on the release of this, but we do know that Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong wants to have Austin Butler come in. But none of this even matters if we get a strike this summer, everybody, because IATSE has officially started talking with the AMPTP. That's right. It's March, and we've got negotiations moving forward already. IATSE, the local Teamsters, 399, have sat down and basic crafts with the AMPTP. They sat down at 2:00 yesterday for about a few hours, and they pretty much put out all their, I think it was actually today, they put out all their information what they want for their next contract, and they said, this is what we want, here's the propositions, tell us what you think, and the AMPTP took that and walked away for now. They're going to be negotiating for at least another week, they said, right now for the initial conversations, but again, if this goes down, we'll have another big strike this summer. July 31st is when the strike would happen, and we'd be shut down again. So, these things are going to be moving forward as far as we know right now, but we have no idea what will be happening as we move forward, because that strike is lingering again. I feel like it's like deja vu all over again. It really is. But, there's shows like this that get canceled, though, because a lot of shows got canceled. But, The Brother's Son got canceled too, and that was one that probably got hit because of strikes. I don't know. Like, a lot of these productions are being canceled right now. A lot of studios are canceling stuff. There's not a lot of work in Hollywood right now, but everyone's been complaining about it. I keep hearing it from my friends that no one's working because everyone said, well, that's what happened. They're canceling shit because they didn't make as much money because of the strikes. They just saved money. But Their Brother's Son over on Netflix got canceled. And Michelle Yeoh was the star of this, and she was very upset about this. She came forward, 8 weeks ago, the episodes were airing, and she's like, I thought we were going to go bigger. I thought it was going to keep going, and it's done. And she's very upset about this. I didn't get a chance to watch this out or check this out. I mean, it's 8 episodes, too. Maybe I'll check out the first season, but it is canceled. So if you, another strike. Why does everyone want a strike now? No one wants to strike, Richard Tracy, but the academic Teamsters are worried about AI too. And, IATSE is worried about AI. So a lot of stuff like that wasn't, addressed in their last contract. And then, it's addressed for SAG, and the writers are like, we need to address this now for us moving forward. They're very afraid of this. Editors are very afraid about it too, because they're not getting residuals too from all of the streaming stuff. And editors are involved in the IATSE as well. So that's a problem for them. But The Brother's Son is canceled. I know Michelle Yeoh is very upset, but her best friend over there, Jamie Lee Curtis, has something to celebrate because, again, there's more news about Freaky Friday moving forward, everybody, because Freaky Friday Lindsay Lohan was sitting down with Andy Cohen's Sirius XM show, and she said, yeah, we're moving forward with this. So she said, I don't want to say too much right now, but yes, we both talked about this. We're both excited. I'm going to speak for Jamie Lee Curtis. This is actually going to move forward. We're both excited about this project coming. So yeah, I hope it's good. Freaky Friday. Freakier Friday? I don't know. Like Jamie Lee Curtis said before, she played the grandma. Yeah, that's great. And she's a mom. You have another daughter. Maybe they all switch it up. Maybe it's like 3 of them switching. I don't know how that works. A baby or something. That sounds like that. There was a show on Netflix that was very like that. I don't know, but speaking of Freaky Fridays, it was a Freaky Friday a couple months ago. I think it was maybe a month ago, and Vince McMahon had all these comments coming about his sexual harassment and shitting on girls. I'm just gonna say what it is, and then I'm gonna say what it is, and then forcing the girls to sleep with all the people backstage and Brock Lesnar. Apparently, that's why that fool hasn't been back, and sex trafficking them out. And so he had to step down from TKO. Now these are all allegations. I have no idea, but this is what these women are saying. And so Vince McMahon stepped down, and now he's getting rid of his shares of TKO, which is that new company with WWE and with the UFC. They've combined endeavor, and they made TKO, and Vince had all these shares. Well, he's sold now $411.95 million worth of his stock. He's down to 8% of the company, and they actually came forward and said that he will not ever be involved with the company again. And that, I'm guessing, he'll eventually sell all this off, because what are you going to do at this point, right? You can't be a part of the company when you have all these allegations, and he had to step down. Body Switch comedy, the Body Switch comedy, on Netflix. But so Vince has to go. We know it is. He knows it's done. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything left in the tank to keep going. So, but then you know what? All this shit though that comes down, if this shit's real, like get the fuck out of here, man. Like you made wrestling great, and now you've been the character you put on TV, but 10 times worse all the time. So I don't know. It makes me upset. But I'm very excited that Paul Heyman's will be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame, because Paul Heyman was like going back to my wrestling days in ECW. He like ran that shit, went from like nobody, built that up, became competitive, ended up joining WWE, became a big time player there, and he's still busting ass and kicking ass on set every day in the middle of the ring, I should say. So good for Paul Heyman being inducted, the very first person told he's been inducted to the Hall of Fame this year for the WWE. So he keeps going, but another Hall of Famer, well, I should say a Oscar winner, is not coming back. That's Daniel Day-Lewis, because Daniel Day-Lewis retired officially years ago, guys. He retired years ago, like 7 years ago. And now everyone's always saying, when's Daniel Day-Lewis going to come back? When's he going to come back? It has to come back. But it was after the release of was it the what was that movie called? Phantom Thread. Yeah, Phantom Thread. After that, he just stepped away. He was like, I'm done, I'm retiring. He put it out there, I'm officially done. And now his director, Jim Sheridan, came forward. He directed him my left foot, in the name of the father and the boxer. And he said he's been trying to pressure him to come back. I know what Scorsese was trying to too recently, but he just keeps telling him, no, I'm done. So unfortunately, he is not coming back.
Come on. What's he so busy doing that he can't?
He's cobbling again, maybe, or something. Maybe he's a mechanic now. Maybe he's I don't know. Maybe he's a tree trimmer someplace. Maybe he's climbing palm trees for all I know. I mean, he does that shit. So I think he says he's done, but I think he'll be back again. As we say in the show all the time, actors never really retire. Come on, they don't. And Jack Black will keep singing, because now he's sang Peaches over there on the Super Mario Brothers movie, but now apparently he'll be singing in the new Minecraft movie. So Jason Momoa's in this, of course. Emma Myers, Jennifer Coolidge, Kate McKinnon. Yeah, he came for this interview saying yes, he will be singing original songs for the Minecraft movie, which we have not much details about right now because we're going to start shooting soon. But yeah, Jack Black will be singing his heart away more and more and more. So good for him. He keeps coming back and doing this. I feel like this is a trend. It's going to happen more and more. I love Tenacious D. So if you bring that D over to a movie, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. We'll see. But also something that's like really bad and frustrating in Hollywood is, well, it's about assault on set, which has been a problem for a long time. We've talked about this a lot in the show too. But now Drake Bell came forward, and he was a very big Nickelodeon star for a long time. He was in all that. The Amanda Show. He ended up doing Drake and Josh for years. So now he came forward in this new documentary called Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. And he said, well, he was sexually abused by Brian Peck. Now, Brian Peck was in the news a long time ago, back in 2003, 2004, where he was a script supervisor, and he was assaulting all these kids on all these shows. He was in all that. He was on Drake and Josh, and he was apparently this really bad person. Now, Drake Bell went on this Boys Saves the Podcast, that Boy Meets World podcast. and he was talking about it as well. And they were talking about how that's been happening to them too, as a stand-in that was messing with them when they were kids. It's crazy shit this goes down, but he's coming for this documentary debuting on March 17th and 18th to tell his side of the story about Brian Peck, who was convicted, and then he was charged for 16 months, and now he's a registered sex offender. It doesn't seem like enough. It is a lot of people that he was doing that. Doesn't seem even close to being enough. But he's out there right now, and this story, maybe it'll change something. Who knows? But speaking of the king of alleged sexual harassment, Kevin Spacey's back in the news, everybody, because Kevin Spacey is doing another movie, everybody. And of course, he's playing the devil. Hey, why not? Playing the devil for this new psychological thriller coming forward. And I don't know what else to say besides that. It's called Angel Heart, or they say it's a mix of like Devil's Advocate and Angel Heart, but it's just called The Devil as of right now. Kevin Spacey, he's a phenomenal actor. He was guilty. He was cleared of all of his charges, so not guilty. But still, I know that
messed up. He's messed up, man. He's trying to embrace this villain angle, like with his Christmas specials that he's releasing in character. Like I'm not buying it, man. I think this is mental issues.
100% he is. He could have been a villain in Dune, Mike, but Dune is out there still, Dune 2, and if it wasn't the sexual allegations, but Dune 2 is out there, and it's funny we're talking about this. Denis Villeneuve came forward and was talking about how he had to cut a couple actors from this movie too, and there was 2 actors cut them complete scenes completely out of the whole movie. Tim Blake Nelson, who's been in a bunch of shit, and he was said he was heartbroken when he heard about this. He was an undisclosed character. We had no idea who he was playing, and then there was also Stephen McKinley Henderson's character, who was in the books enough. He was a mentor and to
for Highway.
Yeah, and he was a big part apparently, right? And he was canceled, cut from the whole movie because Denise said it just didn't work, and he was really sad about this. He was very upset about it, but it's unfortunate this happened. You have a 2.5-hour movie, almost 3-hour movie. You can only fit so much. You fit a lot in there, but I'm guessing it was just taking it too long. And they combined some characters I know too. I'm going to go to Sean on that in a second, but it's very interesting to hear about this. And he did say that these movies will never cut, or these scenes will never be seen. So the actors can't talk about them. You'll never hear what they actually were. But it's pretty sad for actors that shoot stuff. It's very unfortunate. But an exciting thing for all your Colin Firth fans out there as well. His wet shirt from Pride and Prejudice was on sale. Everybody, you could get it. It was on auction. But unfortunately for you, it did sell. Maybe that person will sell to somebody else. But this is insane. 25,000 pounds for they're calling it. It's dry now, they said, but his wet shirt from Pride and Prejudice. And people are very excited about this. I never saw this movie, but I know I should
hope it's dry now. What are they keeping it in a Tupperware full of Vaseline?
They would have had that bath salt, not bath salt, was that salt burn water too, right. You never know. But Colin Firth's shirt. Someone's wearing that shit today, and I hope they're very excited. Maybe it's wet, maybe it's dry, who knows? But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Too much.
It's dry now, okay? Before you spend $25,000 on this guy's shirt, it's dry.
Pounds, man. 25,000 pounds. Think about that. It's like, what is that? Like probably close to $30,000 probably?
Right.
I don't know. We're not masters of
I thought you're the mathematician, Sean.
You are the math master.
I don't know fucking exchange rates. Get off me. Get off my back. God damn.
Well, Sean, I'm going to get in your back for 1 second about something. I'm going to get in your back about something. Before we go to the hot takes, Sean, I want to talk to you a little bit about Dune 2, because we got these scenes that were cut. These scenes were cut, and that's a big thing, too, for actors. But overall, when you watch the movie, were you still – we're going to do an open spoilers, but I know Mike and Sabrina haven't seen it yet. We'll talk about that later. But, Sean, how do you feel? Were you super excited when you saw this movie? I know you had the bucket. Did it live up to your expectations? And before we do that, one more time. That bucket, Sean, come on. Let's do it one more time. It looks like something else.
Fucking thing. It was beautiful. It's not that round. Thank you, JR. JR knows the exchange rate, of course. Very happy to hear that.
I can't imagine that's right, though, JR.
I could go on and talk about Dune all fucking episode if you really want. It was great.
Take that soapbox.
It was fantastic. Yeah, no, I loved it. It picked up right from the end of the first movie. Was very faithful to the books, with one little key change there, which I kind of appreciated, because it kind of allowed David Lynch's version to just be, and we don't need to retread that stuff. But cast was awesome. I'll tell you, Javier Bardem was probably my favorite part of the movie. He really
he was so
really
good.
Captured that role.
Yeah,
Mom. It was a great Stilgar, and a fantastic. Oh my God, thank you, Mike's mom. And Austin Butler was great. Honestly, the whole cast was great. They were just like really kind of keyed into the beats and the story notes. I actually thought Timothée Chalamet was probably the weakest part of the movie. But aside from that, like, everyone was great. I would gladly see a 3.5 hour, 4 hour cut of this movie. I don't know really what Tim Blake Nelson's character would have been. I can understand a little bit of why for Hiawatts, played by the gentleman with 3 names, whose last one is Henderson. I can understand why that was cut, because to explain how he survived kind of would have taken away from everything else. So I'm fine with that. But I love Dune 2, and leave it be. Let it be its own thing. Don't compare it to the David Lynch version. If you go in expecting the David Lynch version, you're going to be disappointed. This is Denise
Princess is exactly like it.
Princess is like it.
No,
yeah, Princess is exactly like it.
Small differences.
No, it's not.
It's not. You're wrong. You're wrong. The way they handle, the Abomination was fantastic. Mike knows what I'm talking about. Hopefully, I don't know, Mike. What's your Dune-ness? What's your level of Dune-ness?
I didn't watch it, man. The 18th time I had to flip back to the glossary when I started reading the first one, I was like, this is going to take me too long to read this book.
That's fair. I mean, it is a heady read, especially book 1 of the first Dune book is stupid long and very dry. It's a Dune pun, right? Arrakis is saying
Arrakis joke. Nice.
Dune. It's dry read. Get it? Dune. Anyway.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we can talk about Dune all night, but I know you want to get
funny.
to these breaking news, so
Yeah.
Probably do
but
that,
I thought it was awesome. I didn't think it was awesome though, Sean. And I think that it was a fun sci-fi and romantic movie, all wrapped into a big war movie too. It's like 3 different genres in one, and I think they killed it. And they had a chance. A lot of movies do like a part 2. They could have ended someplace where you've been like, but they gave you a fulfilling ending. Right?
Yeah, no, I liked it. I really hope we get to see this director's take on Dune Messiah. If we get to God Emperor Dune, Children of Dune, my God, it'd be fantastic. Zendaya, I didn't even mention Zendaya. Very impressed with Zendaya. She really took that character in a way that
awesome.
We didn't get to see or experience in the David Lynch version with that Sean, I can't remember her name. But yeah, no, Zendaya was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she
go
killed
see Dune.
Sean
Please
Young.
go see Dune. Yeah, Sean Young. Thank you.
One of my coworkers told me that the gentleman who wrote Dune, I'm sorry that I don't know his name. He was like supposed to be. Thank you. He was supposed to be studying like lakes or something in like Oregon or somewhere. I'm sorry that I don't have more facts. I had this written down, but I can't find the paper. That's just from my memory. And he was so impressed with the dunes there that he, instead of doing what he was supposed to be there to do, he just wrote fucking Dune.
Man, that's such a Frank Herbert thing to do.
Insane.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
I'm sorry, audience, for like the light Google you're gonna have to do to fact check the words I said, but it's something like that. And these people, by the way, are getting House of Atreides tattoos, so they are diehard, and it's definitely factual that this has happened. I don't know if the state I mentioned was correct.
It's a great logo. It's a great little banner to hang your hat on. I've got my eye on some Dune Sandworm bookshelves kind of thing. So that'd be cool. But
like a matching pair.
Yeah, like it
worms
holds books
going
up, bookends, right?
Like worms,
that's fired. Yeah,
that
go Queen.
Exciting.
Stay with your shit, bitch. I like it. I like what you're doing.
Nice.
That's not true,
Queen. Queen begs to differ with you, sir.
It's not true. I
haven't seen 2 yet, so I can't. But Queen, I'm gonna back you up when I see it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
All I gotta say is lots of worms, and again, like I said on Monday, just ride in the worms sometime, guys. I'm like, would they not fall off? Would they not go underground and like suffocate you? That's all I'm saying.
Man, no,
yeah, that's what Richard Tracy's saying too.
It's all about how he pulls up. They pull up, and then the vents are here, and they don't want to get sand in there. So that's why they stay above it. There's a whole. This is explained in the book, guys. I can go get it.
Worm riding.
How much time you got?
Go get it. Is it behind you on your shelf?
No, it's downstairs in the main room,
where
main
the books
house.
go.
My wife lets me have that one book, and then everything else is hers. It's fantastic. And then this is my room. So there you go.
That's great. No, but yeah, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news.